What's going on, y'all? It's been a minute. Destroy. What's going on, my guy? Yeah, it's been a while because the PTU hasn't been stable. So it's just like, do I really want to get on here and um, do I really want to get on here and force you guys to watch server errors every 7 to 10 minutes? Oh, we got Abby in the building here on Twitch. What's up, Abby? What's going on? I missed you guys. You know, Star Citizen is ass, but it's you guys who I really do this for. Not only that, but like, there's a lot of design directions that. Can I get up? Am I stuck in bed? Dude, we have. That's hilarious. Dude, we have fucking Zoom mode. Alright. I can't get out of bed. So I don't know what to do here. I'm stuck in bed. I'm literally stuck. And I have no apparently have no neck. You're in PE right now. Shouldn't you be doing the physical education stuff and not on the phone? I'm literally stuck in bed. Can I press Y to get up? Oh, there we go. You have to press Y. Before you can just press forward to get up. Alright. About to go to lunch. Oh yeah, what's for lunch? You're gonna eat that school pizza? We're gonna talk about some things. You guys probably can't hear it all that much, but they've added this they've added this where's my HUD at? Why is everything just like broken? I don't have any quantum markers. Jesus Christ. So like when you stream and just be honest about everything that's going on. Yeah, what's going on right now in the game is it hasn't been very good in my opinion. They've added this this radar clicking sound, which is quite annoying, and I don't like it. They've improved the radar a little bit. It's like a little bit more legible, but for the most part, it's still pretty bad. You still really can't read it all that much. But I'm gonna head over to Crescent Crows because I want to pick up some more. I want to pick up some more components so I can take them back to Arcot for my other ships. That way I don't have to. That way I don't have to fly all of my ships back and forth to get the components. I already have some. I bought a lot, but I need to pick up like some more power plants and some coolers and things like that too. Because those things kind of matter now, you know? The power management is not really intuitive. They've got to figure out a better way to do key bindings. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear that clicking sound, but that's the that's the radar. It's very annoying. And I say like this isn't like a a Hollywood movie, like, radars don't make sounds like this. Your radar is usually pretty quiet. Wrong button.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm not that hype either. And the reason I'm not hype has to deal with how this year went. Like, and really what has me pissed off is how they did Pyro and Evocati and they didn't put it in the tech preview for everybody to enjoy. Like, that really pissed me off. It's just like, why would you do that?
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Nachos? Where is the freight elevator? Okay, it's right there.
Take off complete.
Except I need to use that.
Landing complete. Engines are off.
I'd be gonna have that constipation. They got that constipation nacho cheese in school. I know it's crazy. Like, you're telling me like what you're eating in school right now, and like I know exactly what you're eating because they probably haven't changed any of the food in the past, 20 years since I've been in school. Well, it hasn't been 20 years. It's been more like 15 years since I've been in school. It's little stuff like this. Like, look at that. I need to get a multi-tool as well. And it's not like Star Citizen's becoming a game. It's becoming a game that's not good. That's the issue. If it was becoming something actually good, there would be stuff to be excited about. That nacho cheese will give you constipation. Yeah, the problem with the radar is if you fly over somewhere where it's bright, you can't see the radar. It becomes useless. That's the problem with the radar. I'll show it to you in a little bit, Destroy. What I mean with the radar. Barely made that shit. Yeah, it's a line is long because people don't want to eat that constipation food that they serve in these schools. I don't know, y'all, but my wallets are closed for CitizenCon this year. They ain't getting shit out of me. The only way they be getting money out of me, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, guys, we're taking master modes away. I'm be like, take my money. You can have all of it. It's like, I will, if they take away master modes, I will buy an Idris. But we know it's not going to happen, so I'm not buying an Idris. A few of these. Actually, I'm probably gonna need more than that. Let me buy some more. I sure already have plenty of shield generators. Let me buy some of these. The Zeus is average, but it's supposed to be average, so I don't mind it. That's what I wanted to test is the quantum drives. Let me get a couple of VK00s. Every time I buy something this bitch size, like, be quiet. Personal weapons. It's a salvage gun. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go all the way to the fucking... That's retarded. Alright, I have to go all the way to the area to buy multi-tool. Like, why can't I buy a multi-tool at Cousin Crow's? It's crazy. I was thinking I could at least get the big one here. That would help a lot. But nope, I gotta go all the way to Cloudview.
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
Bro, why is the shuttle thing like slanted like that?
Check for your personal belongings.
You gotta like tilt your neck.
For passengers, the shuttle is preparing to shuttle is approaching the station. Please clear the hatch. Shuttle will begin to
I know it sounds like I'm bitching at CIG always because I am, but I just feel like, and I think this is the thing that people missed in my uploads, is that I'm advocating for a better experience for everybody. Like, my thought process is, if they tell us that Squadron 42 is feature complete, right? Then that tells me that you have more people working on the persistent universe. Therefore, we should have better quality patches even in the PTU. But, you know, I just think because you say something that they don't agree with, right? It turns into kind of like a pissing contest because you're speaking negatively about Star Citizen. But I want to hold CIG to a higher standard, and there's nothing wrong with that.
If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark.
I think there are times for, like, you know, bad patches and fucking up things that are easy to manage. I think those days are, you know, pretty far behind them. And especially if they're going to be talking about 1.0 and like all this stuff, we need better quality from CIG, you know? So I'm not trying to, you know, shit on CIG or anything like that. It's just like, I want to hold them to a better standard. That's all. And if that makes me the bad guy, then I guess so be it. Oh, don't tell me about to have a server error. Oh my god, bro. You gotta be kidding me. Is this thing really broken? Bruh. We do have to remain honest. And it's just like this, and this is one of the things that I'm talking about. Like, this might be a server error, but can we not have this happen? Like, I literally need a multi-tool. Okay, finally it opened. Is there no multi-tool in here? Where do you buy multi-tools at on Orison? Oh my god. Is it upstairs maybe? I was just at Dumpers. I didn't see any multi-tools there. All I saw was the, unless I'm fucking blind.
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
Oh yeah, you're right, Kenneth. You're right. I forgot there's another place.
Passengers,
There's another place over there. I totally forgot about that. You're right. You're right. I was wrong.
please clear the hatch.
Yeah. You guys are right. You guys are right. I totally forgot about it. And it shows you how much I don't come over here. But I know exactly what you guys are talking about now. That's on me. You see, I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong about something, but I really haven't been that wrong about CIG. At least not yet. I'm thinking about doing a call-in show this week for the Star Citizen CitizenCon. Try to get some feedback, try to get, some... Because it's going to be a late night, right? So we're going to have to find creative and innovative ways to entertain ourselves. So I'm thinking about doing a call-in show. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. And then we'll do a call-in show during CitizenCon. We'll take some callers and see what people are thinking. You get the temperature of the player base.
Preparing to depart.
It's over here somewhere, right? That's a weird place to have a kiosk. Oh yeah, Kovalex. I also think, like, if we buy something, like, I should have the option to buy it and equip it. Like, I don't want to have to buy it and then go to another screen to equip it. Like, is there a terminal in here? I guess that's not a weird place to put a terminal, but still, like, I have to walk all the way over here just to equip this. But let me buy it and equip it. There we go.
The next shuttle is approaching the station. The next shuttle is approaching the station. Last call for passengers. The shuttle is approaching the station. Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, tomorrow it's supposed to be going live. It's supposed to be going live tomorrow. It's better than it was, but we're gonna continue to test stuff. I also want to test repeaters, so I need to stop and get some repeaters for the Zeus. Another thing I need to figure out how to get to work is the missile operator mode, because I don't get like the little thing that says like, okay, the missile's actually locked, like nothing shows up. So I don't know what that's about.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark. The next shuttle is approaching the station. Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart. At Orson Skyway Shuttle Service, we aim to make getting there half the fun. Please enjoy your flight.
Yeah, this has been one of the more rougher PTUs, just because there's a lot to figure out with the power management, and like they didn't really come out and explain how it works. And there are some things missing in the MFDs as well that is quite concerning. And it just makes me think that they just copied and pasted something from Starfield, and they took away like actual power management. GTR's doing okay. I need to get a new battery for it, because I have a short somewhere or a bad ground that's causing my battery to drain. So I need to look at maybe my car alarm system and see if there's like a bad ground that's causing it to drain my battery so quick. And batteries are expensive, so. But I have a friend that owns a shop that's going to be helping me get a battery for the low. Could be. One of the things I hate doing the most in cars is electrical work. So I'm just like kind of being a crybaby and putting it off. That you can get me to do anything else. I can change a clutch. I'll pull a transmission. I'll even, you know, I'll do a lot of different things, but electrical work is my least favorite of all things. Dude, can I not? There we go. Hired an electrician. Like, my friend owns a shop, so I can always just get him to help out with it. Bro, why is there so much space? I should be able to stack these, like, right next to each other. Okay, yeah, I want to check that out. All right, man. Pick up those kiddos. Okay, so you can just stack them on top of each other and they float. Okay. That's interesting. This is gonna take such a long time. This is what CIG wants. They've got to update the cargo grid. Like, I should be able to stack something right here in the middle. A lot of wasted space. Because the idea is, like, before, this was so much easier. You could just bring a bigger ship, and you could just buy your components, throw everything into the internal storage of the ship, and be gone, like, in 2 to 3 minutes. Now I have to sit here and move all this stuff manually, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. God, what's wrong with this thing? It's hilarious. Stacking in the worst way possible. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the idea of manually moving components? I think a nice compromise could potentially be being able to stack this stuff into like a an STU container. So like each one of these would have like a physical size, and you can just move it into one container and then move that container, which would be, in my opinion, infinitely better than doing this. Is the thing stuck inside of it? This is... I think just getting it off the hanger would be a good idea. Same issue here, huh? Bro, what's going on with this shit today, man? I'm not even trying to stack this shit neatly anymore. I'm just trying to get this shit in here so I can go. S15s are excellent cars. The S15 is an excellent car. S15 is also one of my favorites too. It has one of the better chassis. A lot of people like to drift them, but they're actually really good for circuit racing because they're so light and they're very well balanced. Well, this used to be fast though, Ken. Was like what I was saying earlier. Like I could come here, buy all my components, come to my ship, move all to my internal ship storage, and I would have been gone already. Did one of my things just fly out of the ship? If you ever never selling a S15, I would say buy it. Even if you don't want to drive it, just buying it and holding it, it'll go up in value. And it's so cool. We have our cargo on the X-axis, but if the lifts on the Y-axis, gotta love it. Yeah. Oh my god. All I did was turn and it fucking broke the tether. Like, come on, man. Tether's gotta be stronger than that. Dude, if you can't, like... I have to turn so slowly. It's like, bro, I'm just trying to get this shit in here so I can get the F up out of here, man. Like, I have to turn so slowly or it breaks the tether. Like, come on, CIG. I haven't even done the event. I mean, I don't think I'm going to do it. Alright, finally. Jesus Christ. I can finally leave. Hopefully none of that shit falls out. That'd be very upsetting. So here's the thing about the MFDs, right? Whenever you change into a different mode, your MFDs change, right? But I have mine already kind of set up. I'll have to show you guys with a ship that hasn't been spawned in yet.
Take off.
I know, it's just... And the radar is still pretty unreadable. Oh my god, why can I set a effing route? Dude, what the fuck? Why can't I see any jump points? I can literally see the planet right there and I can't jump anywhere, bro. What is going on here? Dude. I can't jump anywhere. Like the quantum shit's not working. Is my quantum drive off? Oh my god. Like when I go into quantum mode, I have to manually turn on my fucking quantum drive? What kind of shit is this? That's still bugged. So I'm gonna have to find our court manually. I just want to see that again. Hold on, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna go back into nav mode. Okay. Turn on this time. That was weird. We're going to avoid one. It's the pyro jump gate, so just try to go this way and hopefully I can find art court manually.
Auto drive is now on. Auto drive is now off.
That should be art court, yep. Oh yeah, destroy. I don't know if you're still here. Okay, do you guys see how the radar is very useful? Like you can see it, but the moment I put this radar over anything that's brighter than the radar, you can't read it. And that's the big problem with the radar. Anytime like the contrast is off, the radar becomes unreadable. So it's just like, yeah, does it look cool? Like, sure. Is it functional when you need it to be? No. No, it's not.
Auto drive is now on.
Just want to make sure everything stayed in the back in the cargo hold. All right, cool. Nothing clipped out. It's good. While we are in quantum, I'm gonna grab me something to drink. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all finna laugh. Y'all are finna laugh. I stubbed my toe. And I'm trying my best. I stubbed it like I'm getting off my desk, right? I stubbed my toe. I was doing my best to not scream and cuss because I really wanted to. I was like, motherfucker. And I was like, if I scream and just start cussing, like, what will my audience think? It probably would have been funny. I probably should have just let it go and just like, fuck it. You know, just said whatever in that moment, right? But I was quiet screaming. Have you guys ever quiet screamed? The quiet screams, that's when you know it hurts. I was like, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. Like, I stubbed my toe. That shit hurts so bad. So bad. Yeah, I'm still here working and chatting between jobs. Yeah, they're really not. Yeah, they're really not thinking through it. But if I say anything about it, if I make a video, be like, hey, this is a bad design choice, they'll be like, you're just hating on Star Citizen. I'm just like, bro, I'm just trying to tell you guys the truth. I just be trying to tell y'all, man. All right, we made it to ArcCorp. This would be another good example to show you guys. Radar. It's not so bad on ArcCorp, but it's still a lot harder to read. Well, the hill is Area 18. Should be over there. It's like one of those cloud formations for it. I really got to do this. Dude, oh my god.
Bottom drive is now on.
No, they get an F for failure. We don't give out participation trophies on this channel.
Quantum drive.
We don't do that on this side. You gotta earn it. Participation trophies, how this game got into a bad state. So we're definitely not doing that.
Landing gear deployed.
And the only thing I want to hear about at CitizenCon is where the hell my Zeus MR is. Oh, elevator's there.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Engines are off.
I hate how it freaking disappears. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get everything off the ship. Oh my god, did I just fall down? Dude. How can you make a clumsy character in a video game? You know, a lot of people will say, like, you know, Star Citizen's not a game yet. And while that may be true, like, I think it's a bad idea to take away the things that actually work to make it good in favor of things that may or may not work. It's like if you already have a winning recipe or a winning formula, stay with it. Just doing this is already taken over an hour. Just to get some components. Some of it was my fault because I did go to the wrong place for my tractor beam, so that's 10 minutes on me right there, right? But overall, this takes too long. Especially if you have like a lot of ships that you need components for. Forget about it. not what I want you to do. I want you to go off the boat. They need to fix the damn Carrack. Contrary to popular belief, but the Carrack's actually one of my favorite ships in the game. And I just don't have one because, like, it doesn't even function, like, remotely close to how it's supposed to. Like, if the Carrack had its side doors working, I would fly Carrack. I know, right? What's going on, Pork Chop? Good to see you here. How was that jump to Pyro? I thought about making a video on that, but I'm getting kind of tired of arguing with people. Oh my god, that's really annoying. Dude. You gotta turn so slow with it. You lose your tether. Why can't they make it to where if you just slide something across, it automatically just detects like a magnet? Just finds where it needs to go. I mean, right now Elon's making robots that do a lot of different shit, but this far in the future we are still doing manual labor. 900 years in the future. It's crazy. Is there a spot for you on this? I'm just gonna send this shit down. God, that's fucking loud. Jesus Christ. My ears. Good lord. Like, how am I supposed to wear hearing protection in a video game? Need some ear pro. It's so weird. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. I think there are certain things that we can get robots to do that that would be beneficial to us. Things like farming and shit like that, I think we can get robots to do that. But I wouldn't per se want a robot working on my car, but I'll let it farm. Carrier has cargo problems right now. Are they fixing that soon or later? Probably never. They'll probably just tell you to buy a different ship. That seems to be CIG's MO. God, I didn't want to come so far back. So I wanted to check out the Hornet.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
So store that. And then we'll call in this guy.
Please visit us again. Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered.
I didn't want to
following the phase visit.
do that right now, but oh well. I can go and show you guys what kind of annoys me about these new MFDs, though. Yeah, the real problem with CIG is later never comes. That's the real issue. Alright, so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to cycle through the different modes. And I'm going to show you. So this is, I think we're in SEM mode now. I'm going to just turn my engines on. So we're in SEM mode. Nav mode. And of course it's not doing it. Unless they fix this. Because before, like, you would switch modes and then your screens would change. See, right now we have 2 of 19. You can turn off that and Store that.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval
So I
system.
need to put new shields and stuff on it.
Goodbye.
So we got the Quadricel, FR66. Oh, let's see what that does to it. I need more repeaters. I don't think I have any. Do I have any size 4s? No, I don't. Yeah, I need to get out of here too, because my guy's getting thirsty. So I need to get a chest armor.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
God, frames. Oh yeah, I need Urkel. Where are you at, Urkel? I need Steve Urkel. Grade A. Military. And then for these, I think I've, for the size 4s, repeaters. Arc L2, her L2. I don't want to go to Arc L2. Where's her L2 at? God, the star map's like somehow worse. Like it never orients in the right direction. I guess we go to Hurston. That's fine.
You are clear to launch. Online.
too. I mean, like, it just never orientates in a good direction that's usable. I forgot to get size 1 power plants from Cousin Crows. One thing I'm gonna have to go do is make sure I go buy all of my components before the update happens. Because I do not want to do this in fucking... when this shit goes live. Well, shit, I don't even have enough money to buy everything I need, I think. Not in live, because I don't really play that much. So much jumping around, and we haven't even played any missions yet. It's been, what, like an hour, 20 minutes almost? We're not using too much quantum fuel. About 500. A little less than half the jump to Hurston from Harcourt. That's not bad. It's not terrible. One thing that I hope they do change though, and I want to know how you guys feel about this. Let's have a conversation. So I saw the video of the Eclipse going through the jump gate. Now, how I feel about that currently is I feel like right now, like, that's okay. But in the future, right, when we start getting capital class ships into the game, like, I don't think it'll be right to allow fighters, you know, to go through jump gates without being on a bigger ship. Because, like, my thought process is, if I can just take my fighter everywhere in the universe and use that to explore, then what's the point of an exploration ship and what's the point of capital ships? If I can just take my F8 everywhere. If I can just use my F8 and my F7, then, like, I don't have any real use. Alright, one of my keybinds is triggering my...
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
my G-safe, which is not supposed to be like that. All right. Flight movement. I know what it is. It's a setting. G-Save. It's gotta be one of these settings. I turned all this shit off before, and then like it keeps resetting. That's what it is. They brought some of the stuff back though, in the menus, which is nice. True, if your ship can barely go across the and there's no way go to Pyro or Nyx and leave Saturn itself, for that matter, yeah.
I'm sorry. Due to inactivity, we have been forced to assign your landing zone to another customer. That request has already been granted.
Landing gear deployed.
That request has already been granted.
It used to not do that though.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Your settings used to save. And they don't anymore. Here's the other thing, like your weapon groups don't save when you switch. Like, come on, CIG, like...
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Like, why would, like, I don't understand the people who want their... The only time, like, I could honestly actually see myself, like, using different weapon groups is if I'm using distortions. But if I ain't using distortions, like, I don't really care about having my two main guns in a different weapon group. Like, it's just... Like I said, guys, a lot of this stuff just feels silly.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Please visit
That stuff is to appease guys like Avenger 1. Yeah, but I've seen Avenger 1 fight, and I don't really see him setting weapon groups. I just think it's a silly mechanic. It's like if I have... Now, I could understand the fact of having dual stage triggers. Like trigger 1, trigger 2. But me, typically, I'm the kind of guy, like, I use just one one trigger for all of my weapons. Because this game, here's what it is, right? Smoking Rabbit, this game is a DPS race, right? So in a DPS race, like my main objective is to apply as much as my DPS as possible, as quickly as possible. And me having my other two weapons in a different group doesn't make any sense, because now essentially I can't apply all of my DPS. So I'm going to use all of my weapons in one trigger. And that's because of how they designed the game. You know, that's got nothing to do with me. It's just like, you know, if I'm face tanking and it's a DPS race, then I'm gonna do the thing that gives me the most output with the least amount of effort. Squirrel.
Squirrel!
Let's get some weapons. Yeah. I don't get it either. Yeah, but I mean, I don't really run ballistics, especially like in these recent updates, because like when you shoot ballistics at a ship now, there's so much sparks coming off of it that you lose sight of your target when you use ballistics. It's absolutely insane. And like I would show you that, but I'm trying to get these ballistics off the ship because I'm not trying to use these things like at all.
What you see is what becomes. Before you ask, no, there's nothing else in the map.
Good purchase.
And I want 4 of these. Hey, Jeffrey, thank you for the subscription. I do think the DPS aspect of SC is going to change. They should be indicating a certain weapon types do much better DPS, and depending on the situation. Well, the reason it's a DPS race now is because of the combat geometry. You know, it's because we don't have really any movement, so like your really only option is to sit in front of your opponent and trade shots. You know? So that's why I say it's a DPS race. You know, it was like that before, but the thing about it before, it's like you could actually avoid getting shot. And like right now, in the way the game's currently designed, like you can't do that. Like, if they brought movement back, I don't mind how the weapons currently operate, but if my only option is to sit in front of you and trade shots, like, I don't see how that could be, you know, very fun or effective. And that's why they've seen such a drop-off in the player base since Master Modes has come out, because nobody really likes it.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been delivered as visitors again.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I would have never bought a concept Zeus Mark II MR if I knew we were gonna get Master Modes this year. Like, I thought we would be getting Master Modes next year, and then I would actually have time to enjoy a lot of the ships before we got slowed down so much. But yeah, I mean, that's like, if you look at any like space or flight combat, and it doesn't matter any era, like the ships that are the fastest dominate. You know what I'm saying? The ships that can turn, can go fast in a straight line speed, these ships dominate. These aircraft dominate, and that is going to be true, like, no matter what situation you get in, the faster thing always wins. You know? But instead of making it to where, and I can probably do this in the cockpit to kind of give you guys more of an example of what I'm talking about. With the little block things.
Aerospace. All systems online.
All right, so
Engines online.
let's just say, for the sake of argument, right, that if these are my weapons, right, and because I only have a size 1 power plant, that no matter what I do, no matter how much energy I put into my weapons, the maximum distance, since I have a size 1 power plant, irrespective of what size weapon I have, because my power plant can only draw so much power, that my maximum distance that I can shoot with my current power plant is only about 1,000 kilometers, right? So since I only have 1,000 kilometers of actual effective range that I can shoot, that means a ship that's bigger, that has a bigger power plant, can shoot me at a further distance, even though we have the same weapons, right? So I'll use a hammerhead as an example. I don't know what current, well, I can look it up because I have Urkel right here. So let me look up the hammerhead's power plant. I think it's a size 3. Okay, yeah. So the hammerhead has 2 size 3 power plants, right? And because it has 2 size 3 power plants, its effective range is 2,000 meters. So it can shoot double the distance that I can shoot, even though I have size 4 weapons, right? Now, if that was the case, then the light fighter meta wouldn't exist, because a light fighter would have to get close to that hammerhead, no matter how much energy I put into my weapons, right? No matter how much energy I put in here, I need to get close, right? But the game doesn't work that way. The weapon energy is not directly tied into the power plant. You see what I'm saying? And that is one of the bigger issues. Now, if you're gonna make it to where the hammerheads and all these bigger ships that have these bigger power plants can shoot further, then the light fighters need the movement to be able to avoid being shot. That way, you actually have to have skill to avoid being shot, and you need skill as a gunner to hit that ship that's moving fast. That's how it should work. It shouldn't work to where no matter what ship you have, you can just shoot at any distance, or no matter what weapon you have, that you can shoot at any distance. Because then people, I need to find this setting. This is really pissing me off. But it shouldn't, like, that shouldn't matter. I should have got more fuel. I'll just go to a pad. Just go to a pad. And then if they did that, you wouldn't even need archetypes. There would literally be zero need for archetypes. Because the power plants are now controlling landing gear out. There we go. The power plants are controlling the weapon distances and not the actual weapons themselves. That's what needs to change. But when I say that, you know, people are just like, oh, you just want light fighter meta. It's like, I don't. I want bigger ships to be able to do big ship things. And small ships to be able to do small ship things.
Quantum fuel Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
Because one of the things I really hate to see is these multi-crew ships getting dominated by light fighters. I don't think that should be happening. I think for a light fighter, it should be dangerous for a light fighter to get close to a bigger ship. Even like a cargo ship should have enough resistance to be able to resist a light fighter. Unless you have a bunch of them, you need to overwhelm the bigger ship with a bunch of light fighters. Jeffrey, you bring up a good point. That's a very good point. So let me explain this to you in a way if everybody here is kind of like car guys, right? So if you know what slip angle is essentially you being able to drive your car at the edge and at the maximum of the car's grip. And the car's not sliding, but it's sliding a little bit around the corners, right? And let's just say that only 1% of drivers know how to use slipstream effectively, right? While 99% of fighters don't. So what the racing sanctioning body does is they say, well, we have 1% of drivers who are dominating racing. So in order to make racing more competitive and more close and more exciting, we're going to mandate that everybody has to use traction control and stability management, right? Okay, so you know what slip angle is, right? And so, and while doing that, mandating that everybody use traction control and some type of stability management, that will, yes, make racing more close, but you are essentially hurting the people that are at the top of the skill ceiling because they can no longer drive how they used to. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's kind of what CIG has done with master modes is they've raised the skill floor and lowered the skill ceiling. You should only do either one or the other. You only lower the skill ceiling or you raise the skill floor. But instead of them explaining their flight model in the previous patches and cycles, they chose not to do that, and which led to the wideness in the skill gap because most people don't even want to do combat. But if you had the ability to learn the basics of tricording, and I'm not saying become a sweat lord, but if you learn the basics of tricording, right? If it was a tutorial and you had to learn tricording to even get into progression to the game, then you raise the skill floor, and then the people who want to go beyond this skill floor can go as far as they want to take it. But everyone understands the basic of combat in the game. But that's not what CIG's done. They've gone the complete opposite direction and said that, well, most of our player bases know how to fly, so we're essentially going to put training wheels on these ships. And that's essentially what Master Modes is. They're training wheels. Yeah, and I feel like the old flight model punished people for doing it wrong. Like if you went up against a highly skilled pilot and you overextended, that was your ass. Right? But now it's so hard to get people to overextend because you can't overextend. You can barely push into somebody unless you have a ship that has a higher top speed, like something like an interceptor. And that's why the interceptors are so strong. And it has nothing to do with master modes, but it has everything to do with what I just said. And I'm saying this, guys, I'm not even in the top 10% of PvP in this game. I would say I'm average or slightly above average in terms of PvP, but at the same time, I understand the geometry of how the combat works. I get it. I just never really practiced at PvP that much. as I probably should have. Well, my old PC was kind of bad, so I didn't get very good frame rates. But as my frame rates went up when I got a new PC, I was able to see combat and what I was doing wrong and how I needed to improve. Yeah, I think many people hate it, but they are convinced this is the right direction is going. But when I go out and I make videos talking about the pitfalls and the shortcomings of master modes, I get attacked by people who are trying to white knight and who are trying to have relationships with CIG to be content creators. And that's not what I'm trying to do here. First of all, I look at it like this. I'm a customer.
Bottom drive is now off.
I'm a customer. So if I'm a customer and I pay for a product and the product's not good, I have every right to criticize that product. I have every right to criticize it. The same way that people go and criticize movies that are terrible, right? The same way that people go and criticize things that are not good, I have that same right as a paying customer. And I'm not trying to have any relationship with CIG. If I want to give a ship away, I'm going to buy that ship with my own money and then give it to my subscriber base, as I've been doing. But I'm never going to shield for CIG, and I'm never going to tell you guys something that is not objectively true. Squirrel, you're exactly right. But people are easy to get polarized, and I don't understand why. And I'm just trying to tell people, like, here, I'm on the side of the player. I'm not on the side of the PvP sweat lords that want the light fighter to reign supreme. I think in this game, if light fighters reign supreme, that's ultimately bad for the game. I know that, and that's not what I want. What I want is a game that makes sense. Like, it doesn't make sense that my light fighter can shoot at 2 kilometers. I'm sorry. You're never going to convince me that that's good for the game, because it's not. And what happened when they made light fighters able to shoot at 2 kilometers? They made space green because people couldn't see what they were shooting at.
Deployed.
So nothing good has come from it.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Offline.
So nothing good has come from it. And so if we want to make a game that's, that has
Welcome to the
a combat system that makes sense for all players to use, meaning that there's a tutorial and we explain to you exactly how to do combat. And I'll give you guys another example of this. I grew up playing a game called Gran Turismo, and in Gran Turismo, it teaches you how to race. Like, it goes through step by step from the very beginning to the highest level that you can achieve racing against the NPCs in that game. It teaches you how to drive in the confines of the physics of that game, right? It's not actual driving, but that's how it works in the confines of that game. What CIG needs to do, instead of making combat slow and boring, they need to come up with a tutorial system that explains Newtonian flight physics with 6 degrees of freedom. Nothing good is an opinion, though, right? I like master modes. I don't enjoy it constantly switching between them, but I don't see an issue. The issue for me is, and it's not even really the speeds. The speeds are a problem, but the real issue for me is that we don't have the ability to avoid getting shot, and we can shoot at such long distances now. Like, it doesn't give you any options other than to bring a ship that has the most DPS. That's why the Corsair was so popular, because it's like, well, if people can't really get away, if I can shoot them at 2 kilometers, then I'm just going to fly the ship that has the most DPS. And that's why the Corsair wound up getting nerfed. You know, because they're creating problems that they need to solve that they need to make the answers to. You know? But instead of making a flight model that makes sense and having Newtonian physics is what you would expect in space, we don't. Like when I'm going from nav mode to SCM, I pull 60 to 90 G's of deceleration in space. That should kill me. The ship should fall apart. That's insane. It's like we have a literal break in space. What if they were to tone down the signature of the light fighter so they have to get in range of the hammerhead before they can be targeted by it? That doesn't solve the problem of the light fighter hitting the hammerhead. You know what I'm saying? Because if I can still physically see it, I can shoot it. It's not a bad idea, but if my weapons can still reach that target, I can shoot it without having to target it. It's a big ship.
Please clear the hatch.
I've done this before. Check some of my old videos. I've gone out in third person and destroyed ships. Like if the ship is big enough, you can hit it without needing a pip or a target. I like the old flight model taught to the positioning of combat, the importance of positioning during combat. Yeah, but your large ships should outrange small ships. Full stop. Yeah, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. But that's why I said like your weapon energy should be directly tied into the power plant. It shouldn't be tied into the weapon itself. If it's tied into the power plant, now you can control those distances, and now you can force light fighters to have to get close, but you can't force the light fighter to try to get close to it if it doesn't have the ability to avoid being shot.
The shuttle is preparing to depart.
I need to bring back up the Urkel here real quick. For glaciers. Ballistic ammo would essentially have endless range. Light fighters need to be more faster and only have ballistic weapons. I don't mind that either. I don't mind if light fighters only having ballistic weapons. I'm totally okay with that.
Hey, welcome to... Never mind.
I need a JS400. Systems, power plants, JS400. I just need one.
Why can't anyone put things back where they found them? It's not my job to pick...
To be fair, I'm a ground pounder. I prefer the FP side of SC a lot more. It's getting better. Yeah, the FPS is improving a lot, but actual frame rates need to increase. Now, I will say this. I did a test with the server meshing, and I was able to get on someone's ship. I got onto a what do you call it thing? The Hull C. And what I was able to essentially do on that whole C was get into an FPS fight with the crew. Of course I won, right? But the things that plagued us in the past with FPS combat, which was the narrow area desync, was not really an issue. So it was actually nice to have an FPS moment that felt like, for a moment, that I was playing like a AAA FPS title. Now, caveat was I was in deep space, so I wasn't around an area that needed a lot of resource. It wasn't resource heavy, but even in deep space before, I have had desync issues in FPS combat. So it was nice to see that was a little bit better, and I was able to hit all of my shots. Yeah, I didn't have any desync issues. So that was actually kind of nice to see. So they're still a long ways off in terms of making the FPS feel like really good, but the desync issue, that will make it a lot better, infinitely better. Yeah, Ken Up is right. Like, if I want to take down a hammerhead, I should need like 10 light fighters to take down a hammerhead. You know what I'm saying? And like you guys are saying, like you should be having to focus on specific parts of the ship to have to take it down. Like it shouldn't be like, oh, like I can just roll up here with my F7, my F7A, and just dominate a hammerhead or dominate a bigger ship. Like that shouldn't be a thing. You know, and if that means that the F7A Hornet has to get rebalanced to where it doesn't have any more size 4 weapons, because realistically, the F7A Hornet should only have a size 1 power plant. It shouldn't have a size 2. So you take all light fighters, right, and you remove them down to size 1 power plants, and that will control these distances a lot, and you won't have these light fighters that have like these very powerful weapons. But finally, I'm going to be able to get out here and do one of these missions. Even though I don't think I'll be able to do the cargo side of it, because you know, all I'm really trying to test to see here is how much more power blocks I get with military quantum drives.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
I agree. I feel like the F7, the F8 should be a two-seater fighter.
Join review. Our recently redesigned Crusader Industries shuttle featured expanded vista.
100%. I feel like the F8 should be a two-seater. You're having a very good conversation here, guys. If you could do me a favor and like the stream, help me get in the algorithm. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Jeff. I hit the wrong button. For instance, guys, like the F8 literally has worse flight characteristics than a Cuddy. So I can actually bring this up on Urkel for you guys and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So let me bring this over here. Let me bring up F8C, and on this one I'm going to bring up the Cutlass is already on here. Great. All right, let me see. So I got an Urkel right here, guys, and then let me zoom this in over here so you guys can see. So this is the F8's pitch, roll, degrees, and all that stuff. We got 35, 35, 120, 42, 42, 144, right? Look at the Cutlass Black. 47, 49, 135, 57, 47, 162. And this ship is like almost, what, 2 or 3 times as heavy? It's twice as heavy. And it has better flight characteristics than the F8. Isn't that crazy? It's literally insane. But people will say, well, the F8 has so many guns in it. But I'm just like, the mass of this ship is bigger. And it's a brick. It's a square. You know what I'm saying? It's a square rectangle type ship. And this ship is like aerodynamic. It's supposed to fight. But this ship literally flies better and I think so, isn't it a little bit faster? Yeah, it's slightly faster than the ship that's supposed to be the most dominant fighter in the game. It's crazy. It's insane. That's true. Like, another thing that I think they should be doing too is they should be balancing ships based on their thrust to weight. Like, how much mass does the ship actually have, and how much thrust can it produce? You know what I'm saying? Well, any ship can beat the F8. I can beat the F8 with a freaking I can beat it with a Firebird. Because all you have to do is get on top of it. You should be looking at SC now. Can you guys not see it? You guys should be seeing it. You guys are not seeing the game? Let me know. Okay, you guys are seeing SC? Alright, cool. No more backstrafe, so happy. Yeah, they could have fixed the backstrafe without having to switch the flight model. I truly believe.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
We got Binge in the building. What's going on, man? So the power management's the same. Let me put this thing into, turn the engines on.
Engines online.
Oh yeah, so it's still 20.
100%.
So that didn't change anything. All right, good to know.
Landing gear raised.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Yeah, they don't. Like, it's really annoying too. Especially like when you have to go like in the missile mode and you forget to set your screens and you have to like set them real quick. It's super annoying. Bad this thing isn't Atmo. Can I not quantum to this thing? Is that still broken? MDBs are a great weapon right now. The problem is they don't have size 4s. Might be great for the F8. If you're trying to use it for PvP.
Quantum drive is now off. Bogey.
I don't do that. Stop switching my targets.
Target destroyed.
Oh my god, can you target the right guy? Thank you. I'm also trying something different, so if I'm missing a lot of shots, I'm trying to fly without ESP and only use it when I shoot. Because ESP on, like, if you're using sticks, it just makes your ship a little bit more sluggish. So I'm trying to extract the most I can out of these, out of my ship, the most performance I can get. Too far out. I got torque and bounce already, just from that one volley. That's crazy.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Bogey.
Yeah, especially in master modes, like the ESP is just...
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
It's not so bad.
Target destroyed.
Jeez, how many people are out here? Is it M50?
Target destroyed.
This feels exactly like the service beacons used to be. Oh, how I miss service beacons so much. That's it. Ah, so it is a service beacon.
Target destroyed.
Make racing ships have no weapons and lower range than light fighters. Yeah, you could do that. I think I made a video about this already. About how they can do it. I think I used size 1 components as an example. Or if I haven't, I need to do it.
Target destroyed.
This is kind of crazy because I have my. I could put one more here. I could put one more here. And then, like, I don't really need life support in the ship, so I can take one out of that. And I could put another one into that. And basically have a fucking OP ship to fly around in. That's pretty crazy. Harcourt. Yeah, so they kind of brought service beacons back, you know, in a kind of way. I don't think anybody misses that, cannot.
Is now on.
What do you mean, cannot? You don't miss falling through planets and stuff like that? There really isn't that many new keybinds unless you want to do like power management. You know? But like in a fighter, like I basically have enough pips to, or enough blocks to make my power management. Oh my god. No, stop doing that. I just want to use the mouse. My god. I have enough blocks here to basically do power management and basically have my ship into a very comparable kind of position. Banana game on Steam is better. The next major wipe can't come soon enough. I mean, I guess. But I mean, shit, if we got service beacons to do, I can just do this. I can do these all day.
Quantum fuel is at 75%.
SC has the best at 10 years before coming to game. Maybe. I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that, especially with the way they decide things.
Quantum fuel is at 50%.
We'll have to refill after this one. Took a lot of fuel away. I might have to switch to a more efficient quantum drive, but that's okay. At least I'll have something to do to grind credits, since my A2 got wiped.
Quantum drive is now off. Okay.
Oh, you see how I switched to missile mode and my MFDs changed? Like, I just want to set my MFDs once and then like not have to worry about it anymore.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Everything already destroyed? Yeah, it was destroyed ship already. I'm too far away. Too far away again. Need to get closer.
Target destroyed.
I mean, you can, and I do, but it's like, how many buttons do I need to map just to do my MFDs? Like, it's a little bit ridiculous, actually. Fucking, Wallace closer. Not Wallace, but Lyria. Like what I'm saying is it should be as convenient as it was before. Yeah, it's pretty stable. It's a lot better than it was last night. Like last night, before the patch last night, it was not. Like you couldn't play for more than a couple of minutes. I think that's because they took the Idris mission off. Taking that off has made the servers a lot more stable.
Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now on.
They need to orientate this this radar to be vertical and not be how it currently is, because like how it currently is, like you can't even read it.
Quantum drive is now on. Landing gear deployed. Landing complete. Engines offline.
Let's tell me got nothing of interest here. So last night I unloaded a caterpillar for multiple cargo missions that was beyond tedious. Yeah. It's very tedious, for sure. I mean, I was just moving components and it took me over an hour just to move components from one location to another. Is there something there? Oh, there is. There's a shadow. It hasn't fully loaded in yet. Like, I don't know, like, kind of like my thing and, you know, going into the game previously, one of the things I wanted to do was be a pirate supplier, you know, because the way they proposed it to us was, you know, there wasn't going to be a lot of stuff in Pyro, but it seems that that's not the case, and it looks like you'll be able to go into Pyro and just get whatever you need. I don't do hauling missions, but I heard that they had fixed that it doesn't hurt your rep anymore. But now with the way that cargo works, it's like it's gonna be very tedious loading up supplies and taking them to pirates and Pyro. You know, so. And especially now that hangars are like pretty much not armistice zones. So essentially, like, even if you had them meet you in your hangar in Pyro, they can just walk up and kill you and take the stuff themselves without having to pay you. So it'd be nice if you can set, like, you know, the armistice zones off and on in your hangars. That way you can actually do some trade. Starlancer teaches on Instagram. I don't really get excited about ships anymore.
Engines online. Quantum fuel is at 100%. Takeoff complete.
I mean, I'll have a look at it, but like I said, I don't really. Where's this one at? Harrison ain't too far. Why did my quantum drive not turn on? Why does it say my quantum drive has no power when it's on? Mad Titan. Thank you for hanging out, brother.
Landing gear raised.
Did I not get that contract? Do I not have a marker for it? Track. I'm not totally sure how it work, to be honest. That stripping ships before I won't do anything like in the past, I have no idea. People are saying to go in and claim your ships if you haven't used them, like your in-game purchase ships, so they don't get wiped. But I haven't had any issues with that in the past. To be honest, I don't mind a couple of my ships getting wiped because I don't really use them. So the one ship that I did use that got wiped, I have to like rebuy in game anyway. So for me, it's just like doesn't really matter. This mission is bugged, so I don't even have a marker for it. I mean, if it works, I would just do that again. But right now, like, I don't even have, like, most of my ships even outfitted. Most of my ships in live are, like, not even...
Quantum fuel is at 75%.
That one was bugged. So we'll just go get refilled again and do another one. Still got a little bit of time here left. They're turning into a boring simulator. I understand where you're coming from. Like that's the reason I haven't streamed like that all that often recently. It's just like there's like nothing to do. You know what I mean? As if people want to play a cargo load simulator. Yeah, and that was like the big issue. It's like I was telling him earlier, like how like if you wanted to buy components and take them to your home location and outfit your ships, like it was like so simple. You would just fly to wherever place you were trying to go to, and you would buy the components. You go back to your ship, you move them to your ship's inventory, and you'd be gone like in 5-10 minutes. But I spent an hour loading and unloading components onto my ship. You know, I was like, even if we could put them like in an SU container box, and then I can just load that one box instead of having to, you know, manually put each component onto my ship. Like that would be infinitely better than having to load each one by one. Then you guys probably can hear because of the music, but then they added this. There's this radar clicking sound that we get to listen to now. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's a very annoying sound to listen to. Someone was telling me, it's like, oh, that's just, you know, it's more cinematic. I'm just like, it's like, I don't need radars clicking at me 24/7 when I'm flying.
Landing gear deployed. Landing complete.
The drug elevators patched. I even tried those, to be honest.
Bottom fuel is at 100%.
Back to Crusader. Is this one working? Do we get a mission marker for it? No mission marker. So it's bugging out. Alright, well. What about now? Yep, we got a mission marker finally. Very good. God, I hate the star map sometimes. Actually, I hate it all the time. The star map was never my friend.
Takeoff complete. Landing gear.
I mean, we can go to some drug elevators after I do this beacon because I'll be over by Crusader.
Bottom drive is now on.
Somebody wanted me to look at the T's for the ship to get. Go to my Instagram. I mean, it's okay, I guess. It's not anything that, yeah, they didn't change my excitement level at all for CitizenCon. But this is kind of the problem, though. It's like, if people have never played the game before, right? They'll think, oh, we have to go to these distress beacons. But distress beacons is not a new gameplay mechanic. It's something they took away. You know, when we went to, like, when was the last time we had 322, the old flight model? So they took it away, and then now they're just putting it back in a different mission. But the overall concept of what the gameplay is hasn't changed. It's like you go to a place, there's a bunch of ships attacking one ship, and you destroy those ships, and then you go on to the next one. But I do like how we can directly jump to the beacon and don't have to jump to Crusader first. That's actually kind of nice. It's kind of nice.
Quantum drive is now on. Okay. Target destroyed.
A little bit closer.
Check fire.
Oh god. The ESP thing is kind of tricky, but I think it'll make me a little bit better at landing shots, being a little bit more accurate.
Target destroyed.
I'm going to get a little bit closer. Bad frames there.
Target destroyed.
And we're done. It could be a little bit harder, to be honest. Someone wanted me to check the, I'm gonna check selling. Isn't there a drug level in selling? Xander wanted me to take a look at that so I can run over there real quick.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Okay. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Oh, the actual. Well, we'll check here first. Cause I'm not sure if he wanted me to check Jumptown or if he wanted me to check some of the other drug labs.
Quantum drive is
So I don't think I can jump to Jumptown without hit the menu fly there.
Quantum drive is now off.
Private property. Where's private property? There it is. There she goes.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Psst. It's a little laughable how bad this thing is in ammo.
Docking initiated. Docking denied. Landing gear deployed. Okay.
I don't want these motherfuckers shooting my ship while I'm inside. Unless it's one of those bugs where it's like the infinite spawning of NPCs. See, my missile thing is not even working correctly.
Docking initiated. Docking denied. Landing gear raised.
Oh, well. Are they just crashing into everything?
Target destroyed.
Another one of the major issues that I have with PTU is like sometimes like all of my stick keybinds don't work in PTU, but they'll work in live. It's like really weird. Like for example, like my hats in PTU, they don't work, but they work in live. I don't think that thing's gonna bother me so hurt. Jeez, fuck. This thing's like riding a wild bronco in atmosphere. This thing should not fly so poorly.
Docking initiated. Docking denied. Landing gear deployed. Landing complete. Engines offline.
I mean, it looks like it might be working, but it's not producing anything. It's just placeholder. Got a box of maize in here. It's amazing. I don't know if you guys know this, or if you've seen this yet, but this is one feature that I've been kind of wanting for a long time. You can now have a pistol and... Oh, I guess you can been do that, but I don't think you can do this before on your undersuit, to where you can have a pistol and a tractor beam like that. Somebody's been here. Armor. Quit. Oh God. Okay, guess he won't equip it, so I'll just try to drop it. If I can, drop it. No? Alright, there you go. Let's drop now. Seems like the drug elevators or the drug things are still non-functional. Hopefully it tells them about it, because I used to like running drugs. It's a good way to make money. Another thing that we got to test to see is if the station turrets work. So I'll probably just end the stream by seeing if there's any players out by Seraphim to attack.
Engines online. Takeoff complete.
And see if the station shoots at us. Because it's supposed to.
Landing gear raised.
God, this is a complete barrel.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Forget a game, I'll just do it myself.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Hit my space brake. So this thing should be shooting at me now. I think the turrets are still broken. Even though you can't destroy them. There's nobody out here to shoot. I guess I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We had a lot of views today, so I appreciate you guys for like watching, hanging out with me. We'll be back here tomorrow. This should be going live anyway. And then Friday night, if you're in the United States, morning other parts of the world, we will be doing a watch along for CitizenCon. So make sure you come here and hang out with that. We're gonna have an open line for people to call in. We're probably gonna do that on Discord, and we're gonna get everybody's feedback and check the temperature to see how everybody's feeling about CitizenCon. It's gonna be a very, very good time. Bring your drinks, bring your edibles, whatever you like to do, and we'll make it one of the best streams on YouTube, if not the best stream on YouTube. And I appreciate you guys as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.